Welcome back, Business 100. We are 2 chapters away from finishing off this course. This chapter, chapter 16, deals with managing information and technology, finding new ways to learn and link, and how business needs to do that. It needs to do it consistently, on a daily basis. Let's jump in and take a look at some of the challenges today around information technology. I'm going to start, I think, let's see here. Well, we'll start as we always do, talking about what our learning outcomes are. We're going to take a look at the basic elements of computer technology, hardware, software, networks, and describe key trends in each area. We're going to discuss the reason for increasing popularity around cloud computing, describe how data becomes information and how decision support systems can provide high quality information that helps managers make better decisions. Take a look at internet-based technologies and how they've changed business to consumer and business-to-business commerce. And we'll describe the problems posed by the rapid changes in the internet-based technologies and explain ways to address those problems. But first, a trip down amnesia lane, at least for me. And I know I typically get told I don't look as old as when people learn my age, but when I take a look at how information technology and technology and around communication has changed over the years, that's really when I show my true age. A little background: in high school, I used this contraption to submit papers to my teachers. This is a Brother word processor. And it worked really well. I typed it, got a nice little DOS monitor right there. And I had a dot matrix printer that I hooked up to it to print the paper out. Nothing would anger my parents more when they could hear that printer going, zip, 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 and large beeps and sounds at, 12:30, 1:30 in the morning, because, I waited to the last minute to do a paper. That was one of the things that I had to deal with. But, as I got older, IT evolved. Yes, I used one of these original Apple computers in college. Rutgers University got a slew of them in the student technology centers, and a lot of the various clubs that I was a part of. They had this big donation from Apple, and these were the computers we used. It was the first time I'd learned how to use a mouse. We don't have mouse anymore. I have a trackpad on my laptop. We don't use mice anymore, right? Or we have a touch screen. Oh, yes. And my awesome compact computer when I got out of college. I just thought this was the best. Some speakers to play my music, because I could put a CD into the computer tower there to play music while I was doing some work, typing up something for school or for work. And oh yeah, I could always do my dial-up internet as well to check my emails. And then, of course, where we are today. Man, the laptop with no mouse, an iPhone, an iPad, touchscreen. I mean, boy, Zoom. Boy, we've come a long way. And yeah, as I look at these four different iterations of information technology and how we use them, I do feel old. All right, so let's jump into it. Hardware and software. There's been a drastic change in communications, computer hardware, and software over the last few decades that we've just seen. Hardware consists of components such as printers, barcodes, routers, and scanners. Software consists of software applications have used the tremendous increase in hardware capabilities to become more powerful and easier to use. These days, most firms and homes have their own networks that allow users to communicate with one another and share hardware resources and items. Computer resources are linked by networks using either wireless or wired connections, usually wireless at this point. The internet, extranets are different types of networks that can be used by companies. The role of information technology is a strategic role to make and implement key decisions about technologies a firm will use. It could be an operational role. You have to take a look at the functional needs of each department, how they're different from one another. The Marketing and graphic design department might have different needs than an accounting department. Okay, so we have to take a look at what those IT related needs are. Employees in most companies access data and use applications that are stored on the company's servers or their own computers. However, many companies are taking up cloud computing as it has a number of benefits. Many companies already have taken up cloud computing. IT helps transform data into information that can be used by decision makers. Data are a collection of facts and figures. In their raw form, they have limited usefulness because they lack the context needed to give them meaning. Files are organized in a systematic order in a database, and a company might have different databases to meet the specific needs of their various departments. The IT department works closely with managers to support their decision-making processes. They help managers convert data into good information efficiently and quickly. Business intelligence systems help businesses find complex and subtle relationships hidden in the data. One of the most commonplace approaches to implement a business intelligence system is to create a data warehouse and use data mining to discover unknown relationships. Over the past few years, data mining has become successfully implemented in a number of areas, including quality control, crime detection, and scientific research. Managers use expert systems to receive guidance during the decision-making process. There has been several advancements in the field of IT, and two major types of e-commerce include business-to-consumer e-commerce and business-to-business e-commerce. Firms have been able to develop stronger relationships with customers by using Web 2.0, as it helps create a richer, more interesting, and more useful experience. Web 2.0 techniques are used to encourage collaboration among customers and help employees work together more efficiently. The use of Web 2.0 technologies within organizations is called Enterprise 2.0, and legitimate viral marketing campaigns do not use computer viruses, despite the name. They're so funny. All right. I love using that line. It's just so awful. Usually, business-to-consumer commerce requires, or B2C e-commerce requires a customer to make payment online. For instance, by using a credit card. To ensure secure transactions, sites use a secure socket layer or SSL protocol. Cybermediary is another mode of secure electronic transfer of funds over the internet. Electronic bill payment, and payment can be used to send bills to the customers via email. We've gotten even better over the years. As you can tell, we're looking at 2019 now. It's 2021. We have things like Venmo and PayPal, right? Venmo is usually what I use. There are so many ways to exchange funds online right now, both on traditional laptops and on your mobile device. B2B e-commerce requires a large sum of money and negotiation, as it often results in long-term supply chain relationships. For this reason, forging tight and efficient relationships is important to receive a competitive edge. E-marketplaces are specialized internet sites that are used by several firms involved in B2B businesses. Buyers and suppliers can use this as a platform for interaction. RFID, or radio frequency identification, reduces the likelihood of theft, lower costs, and improves the efficiency of the supply chain. There are a number of security concerns, annoyances, and legal and ethical issues resulting from rapid technological developments. Some of the threats of the internet and IT are as follows: malware, spyware, computer viruses, and worms. Ransomware. Also, we've talked about that earlier in this course as well. It's May of 2021. Scripps is still reeling from the hack and the ransomware attack on their systems. Spam clogs email inboxes, making it a tough task for people to find legitimate messages. Also, not listed here are phishing emails. Click on this link, and we'll take you to a report that your colleague needs. Meanwhile, you click on the link and your whole system shuts down, or your computer is corrupted, or even worse, the server is corrupted, or that, in other words, phishing is a way for ransomware to get planted in as well.
Oh, I spoke too soon. Phishing is another way in which spam is used. Farming uses fake websites to trick people to divulge personal and financial information. And then, of course, the all-important hacker. Hackers that intend to cause harm are referred to as black hat hackers. These hackers attempt to disrupt businesses or break into computer systems to steal identities. A firewall is an important tool as it helps guard against hackers and other threats. Firewalls have become commonplace as there is an increase in the number of threats on the internet. You want a solid job future, solid job prospects, get into cybersecurity. They can't get enough of you. They can't get enough of cybersecurity experts. It's a field that will continue to grow. There are a number of complicated and controversial ethical and legal issues that have risen due to IT. Personal privacy has decreased as the tracking and analysis of customers' behavior has increased. On the plus side, this has helped firms offer more personalized services. Intellectual property can be protected by copyrights. If copyrights are violated and if the content is widely distributed, then it is referred to as piracy. Okay, this was a fast dive into information technology. And frankly, this book isn't all that old, but we may have to get another update of it. As you see, some of the technology information in here is starting to get outdated. I'm not going to share the key terms with you this time. Legit to say, though, that information technology continues to evolve, and with it, business practices and business ideas evolve as well. So if there's quizzes, there's assignments, there's discussion boards, we will be seeing you one more time, chapter 17, operations management, putting it all together. Thanks, everyone. Have a good week.